morning, everybody. Well, it's actually after lunch here. We finally got a warm day, and it's a dry day, and it's yet another pretty day after the cold days again. So what are we doing today? Well, let me show you. We have the rabbit barn that is full of poop, and we got to clean it out. Yeah. So let me turn the camera around and show you what's going on. Alright, we've already cleaned out half the barn. We'll save y'all this trip of watching us clean out the barn. But so far, we have, is that 8 totes of poop already filled up? We have more totes, of course. Those are stacked up. There's 3 and 4 to each stack. So yeah, we have plenty of totes. Alright, this side is done. We've gotten up under the cages and everything. So this side is clean. We empty all the buckets. The buckets are there to catch the water that drips from the gravity system like this. I've tried to fix this one. I don't know what I'm going to have to do to fix this one because it's still leaking. I may have to change out the actual hoses at the top. We'll see. But for now, that's what these buckets are actually for. They're there to keep the barn somewhat dry. And as you can see, because of the leak, it doesn't really work. So. But up underneath all of these cages, we have raked and we've gotten it clean. About halfway down. To about right here. So right here is where we are. And as you can see, I took a break because I've actually got 2 more filled up. And we have up under there. And all down this side to go. So guys, like I said, we're going to keep this video short today. And we're not going to show you all of the actual poop scooping. But just know that it's being done. And we're filling up buckets with it. And we are hauling it out of the barn. So that's what we're doing today. What else is going on? Well, we've got major house cleaning going on. We've got friends and family coming in for Christmas and the holidays and everything. Yep, I'm sure y'all know that ordeal. Because y'all probably have the same. But we also will be having a minor procedure at the end of the month. So I've got to get a lot of stuff done in preparation for that. Yep. Alright guys, so there's your glimpse of the bunnies today. Let's go see what else we can get into. If I could get these chickens to stay out of my barn, my life would be a lot better. Alright, let's go. This is a compost pile also, where we take and rake up all the leaves, throw some weeds in there. All the hay that gets thrown out of the cages and everything gets piled up in this corner, and then those buckets actually get emptied on top of it. So if you wondered where we dump those buckets, this is where. That goes out to the dogs, and you've already seen this. So it's not far to go to empty the buckets. Okay? Gotta love compost. It's great for the garden. Rabbit poop is a cold compost, meaning it does not have to be composted before you use it. However, the pee is not what that means. It's talking about the pellets, the poop balls. The pee is ammonia. You do not want to put the pee on your garden just like it is. You want to compost the pee. And putting it in these leaves and things is a good place to do that. But the rabbit balls, as I want to call them, those are a cold compost, and we do build raised beds straight out of those. Alright, let's go do something else. Alright, this is garden number 4. Looks pretty good with all the greens, don't it? Wonder how we stand on eggs today. Oh, they're doing better. Look at there, guys. we may be getting back into the eggs again, finally. She don't need nobody to throw that frisbee. Y'all, my solar clothes dryer again. Drying more Mark's shirts. He is over 6 foot, and if you're a tall person, you know when your shirts shrink up, you're not a happy person. So we hang his out on the clothesline to dry. So we'll be checking those and bringing them in a little bit. But did want to show it to you. What are you doing, sister? So, we get asked sometimes, what do we do in our spare time? Well, we do a lot of things in our spare time, which is why we have no spare time. But one of the things that I enjoy is wire wrapping jewelry. Now, this is a piece of marble from Sylacauga, which is a quarry, was the town that has a quarry nearby that has the whitest marble in the world. Now, do I have the whitest pieces selected? I have some that are the whitest, but not all of them are going to be the pure white, because I actually like the pieces that aren't solid white. So this is something that we do in our spare time. We wire wrap stones for jewelry. Let's see if I can find something. We make paper beads. Ah, here they are. We make paper beads. We do lots of things. We also tumble our own stones and polish them. We, like I said, make jewelry. So we've made bracelets and earrings, made sets of jewelry, pendants, bracelets, earrings. We make all sorts of things. We also braid sweetgrass. Sweetgrass is a type of grass, but it's used to smoke, like a sage bundle, but this is sweetgrass instead. So we braid that. Like I said, we make paper beads. We crochet, we quilt. We do lots of things, guys. So, just because you have a homestead doesn't mean you can't make money. There are lots of different ways to make money on a homestead. We make jewelry, we make jams, jellies. We make lots of different things. So just keep that in mind. When you have a homestead, there's lots of different ways that you can fill your time. So while we have a YouTube channel, we're not always watching YouTube because our hands are always doing something. So, lots of things that we do on the homestead. And this is just one of many. We also bake cakes, decorate cakes, make cookies, chocolate-covered Oreos, all that sort of stuff. All right, what else do we do? Well, we use our dehydrator. We dry herbs and things. We have sage in here right now. We took out the stevia, we took out the rosemary, and we have the last of our cayenne peppers in here that we are dehydrating to make, cayenne pepper powder for chilies and things. So that is another thing that we do. We also make breads to sell. We also grow the herbs in the garden, the rosemary and all that stuff. So we do a lot of things, guys, a lot of things. I have my hands in way too much stuff, in fact. That's probably about the truth of things. All right, guys, so one of the things that we have started here is an orchard. We mention these plants occasionally when we do our walkthroughs through the garden and stuff, but we have over here, there are 2 pawpaw trees. Yep, pawpaws. And they are probably 4 years old. So this year should be the year, this coming year, should be the year that we get some pawpaws off of these 2 trees. Now we also have, down the fence line here, we have 2 scuppernongs that have been planted. Here's one, and then there's one further down. And we have 3 more to add to the fence line. We have blackberries, thornless, along the fence line over there where we came in by the gate. We've showed those in the past. We put the irises there as well. We have a couple of elderberries planted. Hopefully we will expand those this year too. We have 3 fig trees in this chicken yard. So we have the start of a nice little orchard over here. Now this is what's over here. There are more on the other side of the driveway. So this is one of our fig trees here. This one I grew from a cutting off of his mom's tree, off of Mark's mom's tree. Y'all, our weather is so crazy. Look at this. It is trying to put out new growth in December. It's going to get bit in January again. But this weather, I mean, it's almost in the 70s. So here's another fig, and there's another fig right down there. Okay, so right down there is the other fig. All right, let's go walk on the other side of the driveway, see what we got over there. All right, so we're up here at the entrance to our property. And like I said, all along this, at every T-post, we have a blackberry planted. It's not very big this year, but next year it will grow. We've probably sat out about 12 or so of those. And like I said, they'll be growing next year. We have some apple trees and some muscadines over here. This one still has its leaves on, which is kind of surprising to me. Sister, come here. Get over here. Sister, get over here. Yeah, I would have thought it would have had its leaves gone already, but it is not. It is still got leaves on. Now this one is a gala. And then the other one I think is a Jonathan, and it's right there. Not that you can see it. I'll show it to you in a minute. But we also have 2 muscadines planted. We've already got a support post. Sister, come here. Sister, get over here. We've already got support posts in place for when this starts growing next year. Because we didn't plant it on the fence line, you know, we'll have to support this one and give it something to trellis on. Now this apple here has no leaves. Compared to the other one, you know, this one's doing what it should. Well, there is a leaf. So let's see what type this is. I don't remember. This is a black Arkansas. That's what it is, black Arkansas. So we got the 2. They're supposed to be good at crossing together, cross-pollinating, and making a lot more apples than if you just had the one variety. So what else do we have in our orchard that we're planting this year? Well, we have 3 peach trees. We're coming up on them now, and a nectarine. So we're going to start down here, just past the reindeer. And we're going to show you the peach trees. Now the one that I'm going to show you first actually I grew it from a seed. But I figured it would make a good cross-pollinator for the other two that we have that are established. So this one is not much of a tree in here at this moment. But it's been growing from a seed. I think that's about 2 years old now. So hopefully this year it'll take on off. But this is one of our peach trees. And this is the other. Last year we got one peach. So we know they're going to start producing soon. Hopefully they produce really good this year. I love peaches. Them and strawberries are probably my favorite. Now this is our nectarine. We planted it last year, so we're just watching to see what it's going to do at the moment. We also have a cherry and 2 purple plum trees already planted. We planted these when we moved in. Now, this little cherry over here was planted the same time as the nectarine. However, we got this tree when Sister was a puppy. So, hopefully, this tree can overcome it. That's why it's got this wire rack around it to keep Sister off of it. And if you remember, this area here was going to be strawberry beds in the future. So, we've got a really good start on our own fruit orchard. This is one of our purple plums. Again, we planted it when we moved in also. That was about 2.5 years ago. And we planted one over here by the fire pit as well. Let me show you it. We also have a couple pecan trees, some hickory trees, and some wild blackberries on the property. We have persimmons growing wild. And I'm going to add one of the Japanese persimmons to this. So this is what we have here. It's probably not the best producing plum, but it's got plums. They were on sale when we bought them. We will be getting better trees and better varieties as we grow here, but we are already started, and that's the main thing you want to do is go ahead and get it started. You can grow more as you go. You can get better as you go. But if you don't ever start, you're never going to get a harvest at all. So, keep that in mind, guys. Alright. Alright, everybody. That's everything from us here at Cedar Creek Bottoms today. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. Y'all have a great New Year. Make sure you enjoy all the leftovers. And we will see y'all next year. If you like us, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you leave us a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share our videos. Bye, guys.